1/4%. That is the number of YouTube creators who actually make a living doing YouTube. I feel that this is part of the monetization of your soul. There are so many creative minds, millions in fact, constantly uploading videos to YouTube. Every one of them has dreams of being financially independent, of freeing themselves from a dead-end 9 to 5 job, or 9 to 9, or 9 to midnight. People are trying to stay alive. So this feeds a certain amount of desperation. And what do we find on a lot of YouTube videos? But appeals to that desperation. You too can become a gazillionaire just by following these simple rules. And there's so many videos. I've been checking them out lately and I've been disgusted by them. 1/4%. That's a good figure to keep in mind for people who are wanting to use this platform for creative expression and not commercialization of your soul, of following some tubular guru that's probably selling you expensive courses and all kinds of things you can pay for. And meanwhile, of course, their videos include paid promotions. So, what is their ulterior motive? The ulterior motive is to get millions of you learning the secrets of the YouTube algorithm. The absurdity of this, the mathematical impossibility of you having a secret that has 1 million views. And if you look at these videos, they have hundreds of thousands up to millions of views because of a predatory attitude towards people that are desperate to make a living. We all want to be self-sufficient, and many people, they don't have enough money to make it through. And there are these people on the tubular network, they're just saying it's easy. Anybody can do it. Just follow these simple steps. Well, of course, one will tell you one thing, and then the next one will tell you the complete opposite of that. But don't worry about it. Just follow my advice, and you too will be a tubular star. And this leaves out people that just want to express themselves, to make art. But that's not important in this world where everybody's out to scam somebody for a buck. The popular videos seem to all follow a certain pattern, right? I mean, they've got to hook you within the first few seconds, or you couldn't be bothered because your attention span is so short that you're not interested in what somebody has to say. That's the theory anyway. You know, I mentioned the 1/4% of people that can actually earn enough to live on, maybe scrape by. I don't think you'd really get rich like that unless you're somebody that's extremely popular. And usually they're vacuous. And that's what our culture is. It's vacuous. It means very little. And when I see these YouTube gurus promising things that are mathematically impossible, I get angry. I get angry because I think of all the people, the young people with dreams and hopes, dashed on the rocks of the tubular algorithm. I think the saddest thing of all is when people, young creators on here, tie their self-worth into how they're doing. It's millions and millions of videos are uploaded daily, and you're expecting to find yourself in the 1/4% of people who actually make money. Channels that have very little views often become more interesting with time because people are trying out creative ideas, different things, and of course it might not work for the almighty algorithm, but if it's made from somebody's heart and somebody's feeling that it's important enough for them to post it, well then surely that is not worthless. You can't tie self-worth in with this stuff. It only works when you develop the artist within. When you pull out from what is within you that you want to share with others. You know, a sense of decency, camaraderie, a sense of telling each other that you're okay because you're more than okay. You're great. And you know, there's artists throughout history who were ignored during their lifetime. And then afterwards, after they're dead and long dead and gone, lo and behold, somebody discovers a great artist from the past, and suddenly it explodes. That can happen, I suppose. But even if it doesn't, even if you're just a poor schlub trying to make your way through this crazy, dark world we're living in, that's fine. We spend our life chasing shadows, chasing imaginary illusions, maintaining those things about ourselves, when the reality is that you're okay just the way you are. You're more than okay. My whole goal as an aging hippie is to bring hippie philosophy back to life. The good parts of it, the parts that worked. Not unrealistic, like maybe if we all thought real hard we could stop this rain. You're not going to stop the rain. Some things in life are unmonetizable. I like to consider the payment I get from making these videos is the conversations that I have with you. It's because I really want to find out who people are that watch this channel. I like to think that this channel is pretty unique. But then again, I think of all those micro-influencers out there that might be bursting with creative ideas, and yet maybe afraid. Maybe afraid because they'll be judged. People have judged art all through history, and they were stupid about most of it. You look at somebody like Vincent van Gogh, I think he sold one painting during his entire life. And yet, now, at the time his art was ridiculed. So maybe you can look at things like when you're a micro-influencer putting stuff out there, maybe it could fight against the cyber matrix that we're all drowning in. The world is such a dark place right now. Life always presents problems, and I guess we wade through life. Sometimes we feel like a boat without a rudder just spinning around. Other times we think we can control it. There are billions and billions and billions of us on this earth trying to figure out why we're here. What is the reason we are put here? What is my place in this? I'm thinking of these YouTube gurus. I made $100,000 in 8 weeks. It's so unrealistic. and it's so feeding on dreams of people being able to live. We live in a really rough economic climate right now. People all over the world are struggling. And some, unfortunately, are dying in wars or starving because of indifference. Coming back to the idea of a digital community where we can all share our realities, a place where creativity counts, where your thoughts are important, a cyber hippie love tribe. That's always been my dream behind my years on YouTube, to form the cyber hippie love tribe. And it's finally happening. And finally getting more people to see my point of view. There's so many people that are exhausted with all the corporatism, the monetization of everything. Everything is all about making money. We all need a certain amount of it to survive. People shouldn't have to trade their life for some baubles, for some gimmicks. It's too expensive. So we need to be brothers and sisters together in this quest to make this space, this tubular space, our tiny corner of the internet, into something different, into something human, into something real. And I'd like to thank everybody who leaves comments, and if I could thank you in person, I would. But digital is all a lot of people have these days, so join the digital cyber hippie tribe. Don't base your self-worth on opinions of others, because mostly those opinions are just that, opinions of somebody who's ignorant of the struggles you've been through, the experiences you've had, the joy you've found in things. I hope to hear from you. I hope to hear back from you. I do hear back from, it seems like a bunch of regulars always leave comments, and I try and really think about the responses I give, because some of these comments are incredibly perceptive, and I like that. I like reading. I like answering comments, because a dialogue is far more valuable than an artificial fake friendship. You know, there's so much of that. Don't be my friend if you buy my course to show you exactly how to conquer the secret algorithm, and then you see 1 million people have watched it and you go, well, wait a minute, how's that a secret? Join the cyber hippies. Become real. Reject the system. Reject the machine. I'm committed to doing 1 video a week, barring unforeseen circumstances like a tornado hits and wipes out where I make my videos, or you know, some major catastrophe, a nuclear war or something. I'm going to continue posting every Saturday. Why Saturday? Because it's not Monday. Be well. And if you haven't seen this or this video, if you haven't seen this video or this video or that video, you can click on it. Click on it. Quick, before it's gone. Click on one of them. Peace, love. See you next week.